Every town has a story that has been lost in time. My name is Dave Phillips, and this is Forgotten History Podcast. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 5. In this episode, the Connecticut Murder House. Although males greatly outnumber females in the serial killer department, they do exist, and in some cases go above and beyond their male counterparts. Lavinia Fisher has been called America's first female serial killer, with rumors of up to 20 to 30 victims. Jane Topin confessed to 31 but was only convicted of 12. Aileen Wuornos killed 7. Belle Guinness had a total of 40 victims. Even Lizzie Borden is on this list, but does not fit the FBI criteria because she only had 2 victims. The play Arsenic and Old Lace was written in 1939 by playwright Joseph Kesselring and was adapted into film in 1944. It was a dark comedy about the crazy, murderous Brewster family, but the real story that inspired this is much darker and hits close to home for me here in Connecticut. There is very little about the early life of Amy Archer Gilligan, born Amy Dugan on October 31st, 1873 in Milton, Connecticut. We do know that she married James Archer in 1897 and first became a caretaker in 1901, hired to care for John Seymour. Seymour died in 1903. His heirs converted their home into a boarding house for the elderly where the Archers remain as caretakers. They named it Sister Amy's Nursing Home for the Elderly and provided care for a fee. In 1907, the heirs sold the house, so the Archers moved to Windsor, Connecticut, and set up the Archer Home for the Elderly and Infirm. James Archer died in 1910 of Bright's disease, which is basically a generic name for kidney disease. Amy had taken out a life insurance policy just weeks before his death. The money helped her continue operating the Archer home. In 1913, Amy married Michael Gilligan, but within just 3 short months, he died of severe indigestion. She was once again able to run the elderly home because she convinced Michael to rewrite his will and leave everything to her. It was later determined that Amy forged the document. Now, between 1907 and 1917, there were 60 deaths in the Archer home. Only 12 from 1907 to 1912, but 48 deaths between 1911 and 1916. The pattern showed her clients passing away not long after giving her a large sum of money. This woman is insane. The suspicions were reported to the local district attorney, but were ignored, so they were taken to the Hartford Courant, where a series of articles titled The Murder Factory were published. A few months later, police took notice and a year-long investigation was conducted. The bodies of Gilligan, Andrews, and 3 other residents were exhumed. All were said to have died of either lethal doses of arsenic or strychnine. Now, local residents were able to confirm the large purchases of arsenic for rat killing by Amy when evidence was obtained of some of the residents being sent to the drugstore to buy the poison. The police were able to arrest and convict her. Now, think about this for a second. She sent her elderly patients to the drugstore to buy the rat poison that she used to kill them. Again, this woman is insane. Now, she was originally charged for 5 counts, but ultimately only convicted of one. On June 18th, 1917, she was found guilty and sentenced to death. However, the story does not end there. But wait, there's more. In 1919, she was granted a retrial and was found guilty again. But this time, she was given a life sentence and not the death penalty. In 1924, she was determined temporarily insane and was moved to the Connecticut Hospital for the Insane in Middletown, where she spent the remainder of her life, passing away on April 23rd, 1962. Now, it is worth noting that the attending physician signed off on 100 death certificates from the Archer House, so it is a possibility that he was also in on all the goings-on inside Connecticut's very own murder house, and the inspiration behind the play and movie Arsenic and Old Lace.